We cannot talk about eradicating poverty if we don't realize that poverty is going to gender face. We cannot talk about HIV/AIDS unless we realize the extent to which it affects women and differently from men. So at the end of the day, justice for women in the developing world is about realizing that women live within a context of a culture, and that women want to be part of their culture. They love their culture. And that it is a great, great strain for them to challenge their culture and still claim their individuality. And that in addressing the issues that affect women and girls in the developing world, you cannot look at the event without looking at the process. You cannot, you will not succeed if you don't look beyond just that particular event and look at the whole context. Because women and girls, they exist in families, and they love their families. Women and girls exist within communities, and they love their communities. But they just need to know, to have the strength to challenge their families, to challenge their communities, but in a way that they don't deny themselves. And I think, for me, that is the hardest part, really, of our struggle, is how do you remain true to yourself and still question yourself? And of course, when women do that, you are against our culture, you are foreign, it's because you are foreign educated, it's because of those Americans, it's because of those NGOs, those are that's thrown at you. So how do we strengthen girls and boys to make sure that they realize they can have the same dreams, and they can dream big dreams, and that they can attain whatever is possible without, regardless of their gender? And I think that's where education comes from. Education, 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 education. When you are educated, when you have attained formal education, then you have the strength to challenge. And therefore, of course, they're the backup in case those who challenge are stronger than you, to make sure that you can support yourself. And I think the greatest reason, or one of the most important reasons why women have attained what they've attained in developed countries is education. That at a very personal level, they can be autonomous. And when you are autonomous, when you have the financial means to actually claim your voice, then you can talk to others on an eye level, as opposed to hoping that this marriage will work, because if there's no marriage, then of course you're going to starve. If you don't starve, your children will starve. And if at the end of the day, I say education, 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 and culture cannot be used as a cloak to ward off criticism. But culture is important to understanding what's inside that cloak. And with those few words, thank you very much. I'm going to stop here. Thank you.